This is just fucked up. The fourth part of episode 77 of Skibidi has already been leaked online, so watch the video to the end. Hey everybody, you're on the Royal Cameraman channel. Relatively recently released new spoilers for the fourth part of the 77 series. However, many people have not noticed the details hidden in these pictures, so let's not delay and get to them. If we combine all three spoilers from Twitter, we will get a picture on which the brightest image is Titan TV Man with the inscription 2 steps ahead. This means that Titan TV Man has a plan, and he came to the battlefield not just showing his fearlessness, but also preparing a plan B, in case the fight doesn't turn out in his favor. Apart from the improvements we saw in the series, which by the way were almost identical to my concept from the old video, we can assume that the TV Titan has improved his own skill in making plans for the fight. After all, in previous times he attacked thoughtlessly, as if demonstrating his own expressiveness and inability to soberly assess the situation. Perhaps it was part of his plan to show that he is a fool and does not know how to plan the course of the fight in advance. But in a truly important fight, he would surprise his opponent, that he could anticipate and fight with the advantage on his side. He's likely to let himself be crippled for show right now, but as soon as he's facing the real threat that was shown to him at the end of part 3, he'll call for help and easily kill the Astro Titan. He just attracted attention to trap a powerful enemy. And then comes the biggest question of all: who will come to his aid? From unverified sources, I found a couple of shots that are supposedly from the next episode, and some people say belong to Dafuk himself. Let's take a look at them and see what we can expect in the next episode. In this shot, we see the improved Titan Speakerman coming to the aid of TV Titan. He's got more speakers. He's got gravity guns on his arms that we've previously seen in the arsenal of Astro toilets. And also, the core has been upgraded to look a lot like the spoiler core that we never saw in the series. I actually think this shot is real, as Titan Speakerman has been in need of improvement for a long time. All he's been doing lately is getting kicked in the head. It's really hard to remember a fight where he came out victorious. Yeah, and lately the Speakerman race has really been all about dying in mass brawls. They can't do much against the Astro tuplets. Also, I don't think we should forget that in a recent conversation with Dafuk, a subscriber asked him a question. Will the speaker's base be shown anytime soon? To which the author responded in the affirmative. Which means that we're likely to be shown either improvements to the Speakerman Titan itself, or the process of improving it. Just like we were shown the process of improving the Titan Cameraman in a very old series. We have been waiting for a long time for the dawn of the technology of the race of Speakerman. Because everyone is already fighting on a whole new level, cameramen have already managed to change the ammunition of their regular soldiers several times and joined the ranks of strong and well-equipped elite fighters. Race TV is also actively developing and researching new technologies, and is also constantly presenting us with new elite fighters capable of doing something that no one has ever been able to do before. But only the spokesmen are still using the old, nearly useless technology. They are now cannon fodder, and the introduction of the improved Titan Speakerman Titan will give the speaker race a new lease of life. But before we move on to the next leaked shot, I'd like to discuss with you an important topic that I noticed while watching the previous episode. Take a look at this clip. You'll notice that the Astro toilet was completely unprepared for a fight with the TV man. He didn't know what the light of the TV race would do to him, and he didn't even wear sunglasses like normal toilets did a long time ago. This is a trivial example that could have saved his life, but he did not know that his enemy could affect him in this way and did not prepare himself properly. So we can conclude that the Astro tuplets attacking Earth have not studied the enemy and are attacking almost blindly. Both sides of the conflict do not know what their enemies are capable of, and do not know how to defend themselves against them. The Alliance had no understanding what the Astro tuplets could do, so they lost a lot of fighters in the beginning. But after they quickly adapted, and cameraman scientists were able to use enemy technology on their own warriors in no time, we slowly began to win fights. As I said before, technology is advancing at an unimaginable rate, and the scientists of the Alliance are creating gun and repairing their warriors at breakneck speed. So much so that even the Astro toilets can't keep up with them. It seems to me that at this point the war with the Astro toilets is already won, because we know everything about the enemy, and the enemy hasn't learned everything about us that we're capable of. We have the advantage, and any feature of any race that we know about can be a surprise to the Astro invaders. Well, before we finally sort out the last frame, I would like to remind about the existence of such a cool mobile game as Toilet Run. In the next update, it will add new chests and unique abilities for each hero. If anything, the link is in the description. Well now, let's move on to the second leaked footage. On it, we see how to help the Titan TV man came to the aid of an improved G-Man. It is certainly not a suit of Titan G-Man, which we were shown on the drawings, but it still shows a lot of combat power. Attached to his hull is a missile engine, with a battering ram that he used in the last Titan fight, as well as fancy sunglasses that clearly have something to do with his ability to shoot lasers out of his eyes. Personally, I think this situation is entirely possible in the series, and I'll explain why. Dafouk is very fond of non-obvious plot twists and tries to keep us intrigued and confused so that we keep watching the show to solve the mystery. And in this case, personally, I see two such options how this can happen. Maybe somewhere behind the scenes while they were rebuilding Titan TV Man, G-Man was able to contact him and talk to him. Maybe they settled all the internal conflicts and agreed on peace between the races and a joint confrontation against the Astro toilets. Let's not forget that maybe the last Drac was really just a show-off for the Astro toilets, that there is a war between the strongest links in the series. What if the TV Man race, which we already know very little about, was actually in cahoots with the Skibidi toilets, and they pretended to be at war, but in fact their goal was to attract the attention of the Astro toilets so that when they attacked, the alien enemy would think that they were attacking races that were fragmented and weakened by internal warfare. It was just a maneuver to show the alien invaders that we are weak and easy to invade and actually trap the toilets and kill them all at once. I think that's possible in the show because the authors really, and even some of the unshakable ideas of war between the two races just get eroded over time. Did you ever think that Skibidi toilets would fight together with the Alliance against, like, some other toilets that even look a little bit like Skibidi toilets? I personally do not, however, Dafouk thought of such a plot twist, and it is surprising. And let's not forget the secret agent whose motivation is still unknown. Perhaps he controls all the races at once, and the war between the two races was set up according to his plan to lure the Astro toilets to the planet. Perhaps. Or perhaps not. Let's go back to the present and look at the picture again. In addition to the scenario I've just described, it could also be a simpler case. Perhaps G-Man will simply come to rescue TV Titan, and after the rescue Titan will change his mind about his former enemy and befriend him for further combat success. So that's how it turned out. Thank you for watching. Put like, subscribe to my TikTok in it. Videos come out every day and earlier than on YouTube. Bye bye.